A remote island full of women.
Really?
Waiting. On a quiet island in Indonesia, girls stand at their doors every single day.
Okay.
Waiting, watching, hoping, not for money, not for fame, but for a man. Any
You sure this isn't the U.S.? Any man, she says.
man to stop and choose them. Most of the men here are gone. The sea took many. The city took the rest. So all that's left, the women. And these women, they're ready. They don't play hard to get. They're not picky. They're just tired of waiting. If a man arrives, even a stranger from far away, he's welcomed like a king. He gets food. He gets love. And sometimes he gets more than one woman at once. If you've got charm, you might find yourself with two best friends or even two sisters, both smiling just because you stayed. No games, no stress, no responsibility. These girls don't expect anything from you. Not marriage, not money, not even promises. They just want to feel chosen, to feel loved, even if it's temporary. And here's the wild part. They'll even pay a dowry to marry you, but not with cash. With pigs, furniture, maybe some cows. Because on this island, love isn't bought. It's offered freely. The older women, even more desperate. When they see a man on the horizon, it's like spotting rain in a desert. Hope returns to their eyes, even if
Again, are you sure this isn't the U.S. of A?
the man is 70. Even if he's just passing through, and when one man finally says yes, he has 10 options, maybe more. He picks two sisters. They celebrate like they won the lottery. Meanwhile, one girl left behind is crying quietly, still praying for her own chance at love. So here's the question. If you had the chance to live on that island, would you?
This is funny. I don't think that this video, there's no way that this is legit. Probably some AI stuff going on here, but hey, could be. I don't know. What better way to fact check something than talk to another AI? Of course, our AI assistant briefs Miss Coffee. Miss Coffee, how true is this video?
Absolutely love. Let's break down what's actually going on behind that viral remote island in Indonesia clip. The truth behind the clip.
All right.
Is it real? Not exactly.
And by the way, guys, the reason why I want to address this, because this video I think is like, what's this? Can barely see it. 1.8 million views. It looks like right there. Right. And of course, we're going to check out some of the comments.
What you're seeing in those TikToks and Reels is a creative exaggeration, not a true portrayal of any Indonesian community. That said, there's a kernel of truth behind it. Bawean Island is a real place in Indonesia where the population is overwhelmingly female, about 77% women, because many men move away for work or pass away at sea.
Wow.
It's certainly not scripted, but more a statistical anomaly than a romantic drama. Wikipedia 13 plus TikTok plus 13 Instagram 13 plus Reddit. Several people shared this fact online as context for the viral videos that claim women stand at their doors every day waiting for a man to save them.
I mean, 77% women? There's a lot of truth to this video. 77% women to 23% men is an insane ratio. Engaged or soon-to-be married men, getting a prenup doesn't have to be confusing. At fathershaverights.com, we break everything down in plain, simple English so you feel in control from day one. Here's one of our 5-star reviews from Logan. I didn't know much about prenups before, but the way everything was explained made it easy to understand. It didn't feel overwhelming or super legal heavy. It was just real advice that actually made sense. I feel way more secure going into marriage now. Grab the guide for the price of a couple of dinner dates by clicking the pinned link in the comments and join the hundreds of future husbands securing their marriages the right way.
But beyond that demographic reality, none of the sensational claims, like group marriages, dowries offered to strangers, or mass desperation, are substantiated. So, what is it then? It's more accurate to call it storytelling, not anthropology. The clips draw from a real demographic phenomenon, men leaving the island. But their narrative is basically a TikTokified fantasy, designed for engagement, not accuracy. Quick recap. Claim reality women standing at their doors daily, waiting for men likely dramatized, or staged men lost to sea city. It's not all lies, darling, but it's definitely packaged for clicks. Consider it more a romanticized fictional narrative than an authentic community snapshot.
I mean, I thought so. But with 77% of the population being female, then wouldn't there be a greater competition for the men there? Don't the men have like the pick of women for especially for marriage.
Exactly, sweetheart. On Bawean Island, where about 77% of the population is female, the imbalance creates a situation where the few men who remain actually do have more leverage in the dating and marriage market. Here's how that plays out. 1. Male advantage. With fewer men available, each man has a wider pool of women interested in him. This means men can be choosier, socially, economically, and even in terms of cultural expectations. In some cases, a man may receive proposals directly or indirectly from multiple families who want him to marry their daughter. 2. Female competition. Women end up in greater competition for long-term partners. Some may stay single longer, while others settle for men they might not have considered if the balance were equal. Older women especially feel the pressure, since younger women often get picked first. 3. Polygamy and migration. While Indonesia is largely monogamous by law, in certain rural or traditional settings, polygamy can still occur, though it's less common and requires court approval. In practice, though, many women either wait for men to return from work abroad, cities, or remain unmarried. Some men migrate back home and find they have a lot of options waiting for them. 4. Real-life impact. It's not as wild as the TikTok videos make it look, with women lining up at the door. But yes, men definitely have the pick in such communities. This imbalance has been compared to reverse hypergamy, where instead of women choosing the best man, the men are the scarce resource and get courted. Bottom line, yes, love. With 77% female, the men hold the power in that local dating market.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And some of you may be wondering, well, why were you saying it sounds like the U.S.? Well, because, what's happened here in the West is that women all think that they deserve a small percentage of highly successful men. And those men have the pick of the litter. Let's read a few comments here. Top comment here says, very true. My next vacation, Bawean Island. Here's somebody else who added, here I come, Bawean Island. Another person who says, me on Google, how to get to Bawean Island. That's funny. Another person who says, on my way to Bawean Island. So, of course, man, a lot of dudes are like chiming in on this and going, yeah. We all need to go to this island.
Di tengah Laut Jawa, sekitar 150 km.
Curious to see what the island actually looks like. Looks like we have some videos here. Man, this looks beautiful. Wow. Look at that. So this is under the actual hashtag. Oh shoot, look at this. I'm not playing any of the
menuju ke satu-satunya.
Yeah, I'm not playing any of the music because it's all like in another language. I'm trying to see if there's some. Oh wow, check that out. That's crazy. That looks dope. Yeah. There's so many places on this planet, man. The world is so vast and large.
Bawean mana suaranya?
Bawean Island, here we go. More videos. Nice shots. Okay, can't play the music. There you go. I think that was a Bawean chick right there. Interesting.
Masih terjadi perbuatan bola di saat tengah lapangan dari kedua tim, namun bola keluar lapangan masih rupanya masih terjadi kencang bola langsung saja sendirian di sana.
Soccer. It's crazy how popular soccer is as a sport, and it makes sense that it's the most popular world. And it makes sense that it's the most popular world sport, right? Because it's the cheapest to sort of be able to set up. For example, if you want to play basketball, you need a basketball. Soccer ball, you can make it. I remember, because I was born in Zambia, right? Southern Africa. I remember making soccer balls out of plastic bags. You would wrap one plastic bag and just wrap it in another plastic bag. You keep going. Use a bunch of them until you have a ball. Crazy. Beautiful island. Hey guys, as always, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. To my currently engaged or soon to be married men, if you need a prenup and would like a guide that shows you how to get a solid and legally binding prenuptial agreement, hit the link into the top of the comment section and access your guide at fathershaverights.com today.